Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, and welcome back if you're a subscriber. Thank you for sticking around. In today's tutorial, I'll be illustrating how to make this beautiful Bubu short dress. So the first thing I'll go ahead to do is to fold my fabric in four, just like you see me do. That is, we'll be marking the front and the back side together, taking the measurement. So the first thing is to take the total length of your dress, and I'll be using the length of my folded fabric. So after doing that, I'll go ahead to make a straight line which will serve as my starting point. That is, I'll be taking all my measurements from this point. After doing that, the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to take my shoulder divided by 2 measurements, which I marked just like this. Then I'll also go ahead to mark out my armhole just like you see me do. I'll go ahead to make a straight line just like that, and also mark out my sleeve length, which will be the remaining length of my folded fabric. So after taking that measurement, I came down by 1 inch and also mark out my neck measurement, that is 3.5. So I'll connect that 3.5 to that sleeve length that I had marked out. So the next thing is to also mark out my waist length, just like you see me do. I'll go ahead to mark out my waist length measurement, and after marking that, I'll go ahead to mark out my hip length measurement as well. After marking it out, I'll go ahead to divide my hip circumference by 4 and take out the measurement, just like you see me do. I'll go ahead to add 3 inches, 1 inch for sewing allowance and 2 inches for ease. So the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to mark my bust measurements over there and also add my 3 inches allowance, just like you see me do. So mark out your bust divided by 4 plus 3 inches allowance, 1 inch for sewing allowance and 2 inches for ease. So the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to connect it just like you see me do. The next thing I'll go ahead to do now is to extend this hip measurement down to my hemline, just like you see me do as well. So I'll just go ahead to connect it like this to the end of our dress. So the next thing we'll go ahead to do is to just make a curve linking your armhole line to your bust measurements, just like this. This will now serve as your cut together sleeve. So from this point, I'll go ahead to mark 18 inches, which will serve as my pocket intake. So this is the measurement. I used a total measurement of 7 inches, came down by 17, and I also go ahead to mark the neck measurement. So the neck depth will be 8 for the V, that's for the front, and I'll come in by 1 inch and just connect it to the 3.5 inches earlier. So I'll also cut out the back neck like this. So I'm trying to curve it like this using my curve ruler. So I eventually went down by 1.5 inches and just cut it out like this. And note first that I cut out the back neckline first. So after cutting the back, you then remove one piece for the back and then go ahead to cut out the second piece for the front. Please don't make the mistake of cutting out the front neckline first, because we're cutting both back. If not, both the front piece and the back piece will have the front neckline, which you don't want. So this is what it's going to look like after cutting the front and the back. The next thing I'll go ahead to do now is to cut out some piece of fabric that will serve as my pocket patch. So I'll just cut this with a free hand. You can cut it in any shape you want, but this is how I went to cut mine. So I went ahead to mark out 8 inches just like you see, and I will just curve it like this. This is not there's no specific way to cut this out, so just cut it in any convenient way or in any way that you want. So I just went ahead to cut it. You can see I'm just like freestyling here, and just cut it out in any way you want, and that's it. So this is what it looks like after cutting it. So the next thing I'll guide to do is to cut out that design that is at the front. So I will go ahead to cut this out and fold to get the desired shape that I want. So the first thing I did is to cut out a long piece that will serve as my neck collar. This will serve as my neck collar. It's a black fabric. Now I'm using a black crepe for this, but you can use a black ashoke, or you can use ashoke of your color of your choice, or any crepe fabric of your choice. But I'm using a crepe fabric, and I went ahead to cut out 5 inches, and on fold that will be 2.5 inches because it's going to be on fold. So I just went ahead to cut out 5 inches. So this is what it looks like after cutting it on fold. This is what it looks like. I'm going to add a collar stay to make it stand. So this is the shape for the front piece. Sorry I didn't capture that while I was cutting, but these are the measurements I used. I think that is on 5 inches on fold, 8 inches by the side, and 5 inches on V. So just if you can just follow the measurement, I think you will get the right measurement. So after doing that, the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to join the shoulders of the front and the back piece. So go ahead to join the shoulders of the front and the back piece, and next is to attach your collar. And to do that, you need a very lengthy inches. Don't forget to attach your collar stay to make sure it stands well. So I'll go ahead to flip my fabric to the right side and attach it like this. So after sewing it, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And I attached it by 1/2 inch of the front neck piece and the back neck piece. So this is what it looks like after sewing it. You can see it's already looking very neat and clean. Next is to get the middle point of your front neck piece and also get the middle point of your center piece. Place it line on each other and also pin it down if you can, if you have to. But if you don't have to, or if you can be very accurate, then you can just go ahead to sew directly on your fabric. So I just went ahead to pin it down like this, and note that I have already ironed the sides of my front piece down so that it's easy for me to attach. So just go ahead to pin it down like this. After sewing, this is what it looks like. It is very, very neat, like very, 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 very neat. I'm telling you, it's very neat, trust me. So the next thing I'll go ahead to do is to create a turn up for the sleeve. I'll create a turn up for the sleeve using that same black crepe as well. So this is just how I'm just going to sew it. I'll just go ahead to attach it like that. So this is what it looks like after joining the black crepe. It's very neat. You won't see any joining allowance. So the next thing is to attach our pockets to the sides of our dress. Again, try to place it right side facing right side, one side to the front and the other side to the back. I did the same thing for the other side of the dress as well, and I will just sew it down. And after sewing it down, this is what it's going to look like. And now I will go ahead to sew the side from the sleeve down to the hem, and I'll also turn up 1 inch for the hem. After doing that, I went ahead to attach these beautiful accessories. I won't be using the regular fringe. I'll be using this because this is what I believe suits this dress the most, and also the color matches it very well. So I'll just attach it, and this is what it looks like. My dress is ready to be delivered. So let me know if you guys find this tutorial helpful and if you want me to do more of Bubu. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my very soon next video. Bye guys.